Two guys that I know and respect for all that they do. So I'm really excited to do this. Got David Caldwell, Byron Lazine. What's going on? So if you're in this main room and you can hear me and you're speaking, you can stop speaking. I'm slightly less tactful than today's. Sorry. Alright, so they have teams, different size teams, so I guess we'll start out and kind of talk a little bit about what your teams look like.
Hello, everybody. I'm in Oregon. I've been running a smaller, like maybe SEAL team for the last couple of years. It's like teams a bit tiny, and I've been coaching. And now we're scaling. The goal is to have 30 team members by 2023. So we're just going to scale them.
What's your team look like?
Okay. I think half the people here are not paying attention. What is going on over here? What is happening here? Pay attention. So my team is at 40 agents right now. We've got 30 and 3 board in. We'll hit just under 200 million. And let's get into the good questions. Don't worry about that. Let's get into the really good questions.
So I want to know a little bit more. Talk about some everything. Pre-boarding, right? So like, where do you all find agents? Where do you recruit agents? How does that work?
Yeah, when I said pre-boarding, that is basically having agents join the team before they are even licensed and assimilated with our culture. But it starts with the people. It starts with getting good people, not assholes. Right? Nobody wants to work with assholes, am I right? So it starts with the hiring process, making sure you get good people, making sure you're willing to say no a whole heck of a lot more than you're willing to say yes. Everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to be part of a big, powerful team. Tom talked about it today. Having market share is really important in whatever market you're in. But you want to do it with the right people. It starts with the people, so people business is an agent, fronting business first. So say no more than you say yes.
I agree with everything that you said. We're getting most of our agents through basically putting out social posts and letting people know that we have opportunities and trying to attract people into our team.
So David, I'm looking at some of the questions you got from people prior to today. What does accountability look like in your organization and your team?
So I'm not really rigid on accountability because I have kids and I don't need to manage adult children. So we have like a commitment to your business plan. And if you come to the team, make a business plan, make a daily, weekly, and monthly schedule, and then I now have a sales manager that holds the agents accountable to that. And then I do a monthly one-on-one with the agents to make sure that they're just doing what they committed to do. So they get to make their commitments. I don't put my goals on them. It's all based on what they're trying to do. And then we just help them create the daily, weekly, and monthly schedule.
Yeah, so accountability starts with you. If you're not accountable, you're the team leader or whatever, if you're not accountable, nobody else is going to be accountable. So do what the fuck you said, right? If you're here at this event and you're sure it's not going to be side talk, don't do the fucking side talk. Right? Do what you're supposed to do. Be the leader on that every single day. If you say you're going to get something done on a certain point, certain time, do it. And every single person that's building a team or on a team, one of the core values, and if you're part of a team, you should be with this, one of the core values should be accountability. Like that should be standard across everybody's core value, no matter what team you're on. Because we happen to be in sales. Yes, we are educators in the marketplace and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a sale, you don't have a name on a contract, your name, it's black and white, you don't get paid. Right? So accountability has to be a part of everybody's culture, and it starts with the leader.
That's huge. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm pretty sure Tim organized the side. I know you wouldn't organize the side chat. That would have been Tim.
It would have been the same thing.
Yeah, that would have been Tim.
Yeah. I don't know where he is. There he is.
There he is. We currently do not have a standard of you must sell this many homes or you're out. All of our standards are tied into our new agent program. Like everybody, by the way, everybody should be treated fairly, right? Can we all agree everybody should be treated fairly? But not everybody should be treated the same. If you're a brand new agent, you should not be treated the same as an agent who's been in the business 5, 10 years or at a certain level of production. But everybody should be treated fairly. If you want a certain type of lead that is being invested in by the team, you should keep your follow-up costs at a certain level. You should put notes in, you should do all of these things, those types of standards. But putting a standard of, to me, you must sell 24 homes. Well, what if you have a single mother who happens to sell 23? Right? I don't want to make exceptions to the standard because 23 is close enough. It's so arbitrary. Right? But you do want to coach out people that just are part-time, that kind of thing. The standard should be in, if you want to receive this, then you must do that. If you want to be a new agent in our new agent program, you must show up to training every Monday through Thursday, 9 to noon. Absolutely mandatory. We train more than anybody. But to put a standard around numbers doesn't make sense to me.
We do pretty much the exact same thing. We reward productivity, but we do not have an agent production standard. If your goal is 4 deals or 8 deals or 12 deals, it doesn't matter. But we do give you services based on what your goals are so that the team can remain profitable.
So you talked a little bit about lead pillars and agents receiving some leads or not leads. Do you guys have specific lead pillars? How many? Obviously, yes. They have lead pillars because they're very specific. What are your lead pillars?
So we're on Zillow Flex team, so we're doing Zillow Flex. It's not going to be for every single agent, right? With a big, Tom talked about those enormous referral fees. But if you're an agent at 0, right, or you're trying to help an agent at 0, it's all about double-digit sales, double-digit reviews. Like who here right now would move to Dallas, start looking at homes this week, and look up the agent who has 0 reviews and 0 sales? Would anybody do that? Nobody would do that. So if you're a new agent helping a new agent double-digit sales, double-digit reviews, that's going to include Zillow. It gives Zillow. Little hidden secret, Realty.com is crushing it in almost any market. You can look them up, not Realtor, Realty. You can buy exclusive towns with them. So we have them, we have Google pay-per-click, we have mail, we have social, we have a whole bunch of lead pillars. Our game right now is let's add more and more lead pillars so that we're not relying on 35%. We're not relying on what will someday be 42% of the comp talking about.
Yeah, we run like really a core 4 real estate business. We just got Zillow Flex. Before we had Zillow, lots of Google PPC. We do lots of things with Google Display, YouTube commercials, YouTube ads, pre-roll video. I really encourage agents to own houses. We do spires. But one of the things I ask the agents when they come into the team is, tell me a way that you like to be sold to. And then we find a correlation between the ways they like to be sold to a real estate sales pillar, and then we give them our system for that.
Key, the big thing on this for agents to understand that are coming to this is, what the heck, I'm getting this lead stuff, it's a high referral fee and all this stuff. You've got to pound in the double-digit sales, double-digit reviews. When you get to 100 past clients, you're going to start turning over 20% automatically the next year. And when you have a new agent that believes in that, like in 3 years, I can get to 100 real past clients and start year 4, or if I'm really ambitious, year 3 at 20 automatic referrals before January 1st even hits, because I know they're coming in. Those are the numbers. When people actually like you, that you work with, those are the numbers. 20% of the business is going to, they're going to either transact or they're going to refer a cousin or whatever. You've got to get to 100 past clients. And that's something that every new agent should be taught.
Yeah, that's super tactical. One thing that you guys talk about is hiring. This is great. You guys have these large sheets, right? So like you have them for a while. What was your first hire? right? So rewind back 2 years ago. What was your first hire? And then what are some key interview questions that you ask now that you've refined the process for?
Alright, first hire, I got super lucky. The first agent I hired is still with me today. She's running the new agent program. She's amazing. The first real hire, though, should be a great operator, a great assistant that can turn into an operator, right? Like, you want somebody to be able, if you're a visionary, you want somebody to be able to run the business. My questions in the beginning were terrible. They were awful. Like, no, do you like houses is the worst thing. Can you just do like houses? That's what most, like, the recruiters, I got real estate, I love homes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're in sales. You're in this new design, right? But my questions have evolved over to finding out if they've ever been through some shit. I want to hire good people. I want to hire somebody who's been punched in the mouth at least once in their life. So, what is the most challenging experience you've ever been through that you're super proud of your ability to get through it? Now, I had somebody the other day say, nothing. Well, you're soft. I don't want you on my team. This is the hardest working team, not the softest team. So if you've never been through it, we've had people cry when we dig deep on that question, right? Tell me about a leader that you love in the past. Tell me about a leader or a style of leadership that you love. Because I'm setting up the question of, tell me a leader that you didn't love. I want to see what they will say about their past leadership, right? So these type of questions that really show, and then we go back to accountability where we started this whole thing. Do you believe accountability is an important part of your successful sales career? It's a setup question. Everybody's going to say yes, and you're going to use that down the road when they're struggling, when they're fucking up, when they're slacking off. Like, you told me accountability was a critical part of you being successful in real estate. Let's talk about that. What's going on behind the scenes that we can help with? Right, so those are the three big questions.
First question we ask, and we do a group interview with my operations manager and now my sales manager myself, and the sales manager we used to come anyway. But the first question we would ask is, why should we invest in broker? You know, I think a lot of teams, we go into it and we start spewing on them why they should join us, but we want them to pitch us why they should be on the team. And if they can't, then it's really easy to end or transition the conversation. Within the conversation, I like to lead into other questions about curiosity, because I think a great salesperson is curious. So sometimes we'll just ask someone, you know, like, give me a situation where you're really curious and use curiosity to solve a problem. So curiosity is a big thing that we look for. And then on the team, because we don't have super accountability. We're different now, right? Probably sounds like. But we want people who are really resourceful. So we'll start asking questions about them being resourceful. But I really want people who, one, can pitch us on why I should give them our time and our resources. I want them to tell us why they're resourceful and why they're curious. Because the best salespeople, they ask the best questions. They're really curious people. So those are the things that we dive really deep on.
I love being invested. Like, you're starting off letting people know that this is an investment in your future, so it doesn't get twisted the other way.
Yeah, and when these people come into interview, they interview with other people, and they're used to sitting down and having us pitch them. And we were doing that too, and I was like, why the fuck am I pitching a new agent? Like, they should tell me why they deserve my time. So we just completely switched it. And if someone can't pitch me on that, it's really easy to show them the door. It's their first opportunity to make a sale.
I have my order. What are you guys reading, doing, looking at to be a better leader? Like, what accountability do you have to be a better leader?
Right now, don't tell Tom, but I have two places. Okay.
What?
So yeah, don't. Oh, he's not here. Right?
This is being recorded, so you might hear it later.
I've been top area coaching forever, and at a certain point, I needed to add additional layers of accountability. So that's where I went. We got another coach outside of the top area ecosystem. Nothing's better than this right here. but sometimes you need a little bit more. My vision board is accountability, like making sure that I have the conversation with my wife every single day, every single week. Where are we at? Where do we want to be? What do we want? Let's put it up on the vision where she's got a voice, like the main voice, because it's a 3-section vision board. Her shit's at the top, the family stuff's at the top, my stuff's in the middle, and the numbers, the foundation that gets us there is at the bottom. That's accountability. Like, hey, are we gonna hit that? Are we going on that trip? Are we buying that investment? Like, you need to have those conversations with as many people in your life as you possibly can. It starts with your spouse, so that they're layering up the accountability on you, your teammates, the people everybody you work with. Everybody should know what your ambitions are to hold you accountable. And so I'm digging into all those kind of resources to make me better. We say that every single day. It's a little bit better today than we were yesterday. And then the classic stuff, the podcast, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I try to spend at least an hour a day learning. That's really important in my schedule. So podcasts, different books I love, anything about Maxwell, Simon Sinek, and then just having peers that are great leaders to help level up my ideas and have the back and forth, know what their challenges are, try to help them with their challenges, how they can help me with mine. That's been a big thing in just developing leadership. And leadership is also about time on task. You know, a lot of people, they're afraid of being a leader. I was talking to Heidi a couple minutes ago. She's like, I can't have a team of more than 10 people. And I'm like, fuck you coach 20 people. You know, you just have to do it. So, I think leadership in practice makes you better, but you have to seek being a better leader and understand what being a leader means to you, because we all kind of have different definitions.
For sure. One other thing too, I know Byron won't plug it himself, but the 5 a.m. Club East Coast podcast, I think, is a great place for accountability leadership.
5 a.m. call. No.
Call.
5 a.m. call.
Sorry, I think it's pretty much club.
Yeah.
I think we are done on leadership. We're going to move on to some mindset. But Byron and David Caldwell, don't already follow them on social.